Okay, first of all, I'm going to show you. In some classes, you're instructed to look at a picture. I want you to look at this picture, and now look at me. Do you see a difference? Does anybody notice a difference? Okay, this is no hair, and this is with hair. And it's not a wig. So my formula was drink pink and green from Impact's World 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if you have a problem with your hair, this is what's going to happen. Okay, that's part of the situation. Now, I didn't really have a hair problem, so I'm just goofing with you, you know. But I'm just saying that I do have a hair problem now. Now I have to include Doretta into my, hair stuff and everything because she has to take care of that. So that's one of the things that you could get from this, and that's really, I look like a hippie right now. So I apologize because I haven't been able to get to Doretta here lately. So one of the things I'm really excited about what's going on is what is all the buzz going on in Impact's World. And we literally branched out to all kinds of stuff, not just Impact's World, but to helping other people with networking in the business community, taking the mission and the vision of Impact's World into the community. So when you go down the street, you always notice all the businesses, right? They're either empty or they're about to be empty, and I went to one in El Dorado Hills just the other day after I left the Impact's World office, and it was a Mexican place, and it said, sorry, we're closed, and it said, thank you for 3 years of business. Now, isn't that sad? Now, I don't know about you, that just kills me to see those type of signs on doors and still see the sign that said whatever restaurant they were. So we have come up with ideas and solutions in Impact's World, not to just be a health and nutrition company, not to just to be a nutrition network marketing company, but to branch out into the School of Life, to branch out to events like you get to get this event tonight. Like Brenda said, we had another event, it was back in January, it was a big event. We joined up in Impact's World, sponsored Successful Thinkers, and Ben spoke and Dr. Arlene spoke, and the people who were in there were just, at the end of the event, they were like, wow, man, I wished I would have been able to see these guys the days before, hear more of Ben, like 8 hours of hearing Ben speak or something like that, or knowing about what's going on, subscribe to his podcast or whatever. You could hear a lot of that stuff, and you get a lot of Ben then. And so what happens is they were so intrigued by what this meant to them, because Brenda and Greg, through Impact's World, the vehicle of Impact's World, are so kind enough to sponsor these events like you do tonight. This costs money, folks. Look at the room. This is a brand new hotel. This is all the stuff, the beautiful flowers. Look at the back. I think Brian, I just seen him bring in flowers and the decorations and everything. That's got to mean something to you. There's other companies out there that they don't even care about what you really are, who you really are. They just want your money. This company's not asking you for money. What they're asking you is to be a part of the vision of Impact's World. And that vision is going to impact the world, okay? So now, this is why we need to stay healthy, because I know I need to stay sharp on my mind with the things that we do. I love drinking the pink drink before going into a meeting, coming into a meeting like this. That way I could really think clearly. The green drink to stay healthy. I'm getting healthier. Believe me, before you know it, I'm going to start looking like Ben, And then we'll have another picture. We'll have another picture up here, And then I don't know. I might be running the marathon or something like that, You never know. So trust me. And so what happens is, this is exciting. So what we've done is we've taken this vision and we put it into the digital world, and we put it into the real world the way it should be. And so this is why we're reaching out to the communities. We teamed up with some companies, Successful Thinkers, and now we have the events and the speakers, and you could go to Facebook and see all the fan pages that we have. Brenda said we have 12 cities we just opened up. Irvine is on fire for this thing. And you guys be there, what, tomorrow night or something? Tomorrow night is going to be so powerful what those guys are doing. They are so fired up. They got a good group over there. Sacramento could do the same thing. I say we beat them out. Let's be the headquarters right here, and let's have a contest, and whoever wins has to eat the food of the losers of whatever they cook. So we'll have a banquet. So we'll come back, and whoever, and it's going to be healthy, right? It's going to be nice avocados mixed with, salsa and fresh corn tortillas, that kind of stuff. And so we'll go ahead, and fresh tortilla chips fried in good oil. How's that sound? Now I'm getting you going, huh? Everybody's going to be so hungry by the time they leave. They're going to be eating all the cups and everything else. So go ahead and pass out some more Interprime, will you? So this is exciting, and we're happy to be a part of the excitement. Now, look at this room right here. We're going to outgrow this room because, the numbers are always growing, so that's one thing for sure. And thank you for everybody who invited somebody, because you're really helping. We're going to hear more stories of things like, people that are so stubborn, like, these guys that we heard over here that they would never endorse a product, and the next thing you know, he's introducing it to everybody that's walking in his door and helping people's lives. And, all these great stories happen. You're going to see guys like me with no hair go to hair, and all this kind of stuff like that. So what I want you to do is think about introducing this in some way or some fashion without pitching, and pitching means you're trying to sell something or you're trying to give somebody a product or a service, to 5 people. Just touch 5 people's lives with however you feel that Impacts World means to you. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to give them a product, doesn't necessarily mean you have to tell them about it, but somehow, some way, whatever Impacts World has given to you, touch 5 people's lives, just what you got out of this tonight. Just 5 people, that's it. So if that means you're just going to encourage them with a positive quote, go ahead and encourage them with a positive quote. If you're going to encourage them with a helping hand, go ahead and encourage them with a helping hand. But do it genuinely and watch what happens. I guarantee you, when you touch 5 people's lives, you're going to see something. My life has been touched ever since I met Brenda. The first time I met her was at a Successful Thinkers event. And I heard all these great things about her. And I said, wow, who is this? And then one time she took one of my social media classes, and she was in the class, and she came up to me and she said, Robert, I want to help you out. You need nutrition. And she was right. I was working 20 hours a day with no nutrition. I could tell you I was going through drive-through of McDonald's and Taco Bell and all that kind of stuff like that. I changed the way I do. I go to, like what Ben said, go to the Good Health Market and, look at the labels and that kind of stuff. And that's a transformation just for me, because I was so on the go. And now, before that, I used to have dark circles under my eyes. I don't have dark circles under my eyes. And I only got like 4 hours of sleep, since last night. But still, the bottom line is I feel good. And on top of that, the relationships that we built, it's all about relationships, everybody. It's not so much just because this company has products. It's about relationships. Build a relationship with the people here. Don't walk out tonight without introducing yourself to somebody new and see what comes out of that. Build a relationship. There will be long-lasting lives being changed in this room because we are going to bond together tonight, and because of what Impacts World is bringing into the mix. That's what I want you to do, is go around the room and just meet somebody and say, hey, let's connect. If you're on Facebook, get on Facebook. If you're on whatever, email, exchange emails, phone numbers, text message, whatever you got to do, and just start brainstorming and start getting together with different people that you're meeting from this group and get to them and say, let's go out for some pink drink. Let's go out for some green drink or something like that, and see what you could come up with. And then do something different. And the thing I want you to do different is start tying into what we're doing with all the other events that we're doing, and help everybody out. And watch what happens. Watch how fast this grows. And that's the excitement of Impacts World. And I want to thank each and every one of you.
Thank you. How many of you are on Facebook? Oh, good. How many of you are on the Impacts fan page? All right. Those of you that didn't